Hello, good morning, students. Welcome to the class of English Literature. Today we are going to study a very famous poem, Lycidas. This poem is written by John Milton, who born in 1608 and he died in 1674. This poem was written in 1637 as a pastoral elegy. It first appeared in 1638 in a collection of elegies dedicated to the memory of Edward King, a friend of Milton's at Cambridge, who drowned when his ship sank in the Irish Sea off the coast of Wales in August 1637. This poem is of 193 lines in length and is irregularly rhymed. Milton republished the poem in 1645. This poem, Lycidas, can be conveniently divided into 6 sections. The first one is a prologue, then 4 main parts of the poem, and at last we have an epilogue. In the prologue, from the line number 1 to 24, Milton invokes the muse and explains the reason for writing the poem. Although Milton had decided not to write poetry till his powers matured, bitter constraint and sad occasion compels the poet to attempt an elegy. And that occasion is untimely death of his friend Edward King, whom he says Lycidas in this poem. In the second section, from the line number 25 to 84, he describes the type of life Lycidas and the poet had at Cambridge. The descriptions are in pastoral imagery. They together, Lycidas and Milton began their study early in the morning, continued throughout the day, late into the night. Besides, there were innocent recreations. But now that Lycidas was dead, a great change, heavy change had taken place. Milton laments the death of Lycidas in the manner of traditional elegiac poets. He asks the muse where she had been when her Lycidas was dying, and adds that even her presence would not have saved him. This leads to reflections on the nature and meaning of life and death, and of fate and fame. Why should one, abandoning all pleasures, live a life of strenuous discipline and cultivate the muse? Fame is the reward of living laborious days. But But as one is about to obtain his reward of fame, then fate intervenes and he dies. In the precariousness of human life lies the tragic irony. But Milton rejects pure earthly reputation as the true reward of life. That reward is in the divine judgment. Now, at the beginning of third section, which contains lines from 85 to 131, Milton returns to the pastoral style and describes a procession of mourners lamenting Lycidas' death. The procession is led by Triton, the herald of the sea, and the last to come is Saint Peter, the pilot of the Gallian lake. Through the mouth of Saint Peter, Milton gives us a burning denunciation of contemporary clergy and the sad condition of the Protestant church in England. In these lines, we have powerful expressions of some Milton's passionate convictions. Now, the fourth section contains lines from 132 to 164, in which the poet describes the flowerets of a thousand hues cast on the hearts of Lycidas is an escape from intolerable reality into a lovely world of make believe. In the fifth section, lines from 164 to 184, Milton expresses his belief in immortality. Grief and sorrow are temporary, and though Lycidas is apparently dead, he has arisen from the dead. Through the dear might of him, God, that that walked the waves, Lycidas is in heaven, and therefore weep ye no more. The saints there to entertain him in sweet societies that sing and singing in their glory move. Now, the last section, the epilogue, contains lines from 185 to 193, brings us back to the portal images again and refers indirectly to the Greek pastoral poets. The conclusion points to a new determination both to face life hopefully and to rise up to greater poetic achievements. Thus, though Lycidas is a conventional pastoral elegy which has its origin in the loss of a friend, the poem becomes impersonal and timeless. The elegiac mourning is twice interpreted to invest the personal sorrow with universal significance. This is achieved by making the tragic death of Lycidas as one example of precariousness of existence and the tragic irony of fate, which renders all human efforts futile. A second theme of equally great concern is the degeneration of the church and the contemporary neglect of the things of the spirit. Lycidas is undoubtedly one of the greatest short poems in English language. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet with some other poem in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.